Match week 20 in MLS Next Pro brings us to SaberCat Stadium in Houston. Tonight, it's a Western Conference battle between the visiting LAFC 2 and the home side, Houston Dynamo 2. Josh, if I'm with you, thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday evening with us for this massive game in the Western Conference. Two teams playing very well as we enter the final 10 games of the regular season in MLS Next Pro. Hugely important game for LAFC 2. They're trying to build off of a very encouraging performance on the road against Tacoma. And for Houston, they're coming off back-to-back clean sheets against Austin and North Texas, winners of 4 in a row, including 1 in penalties. Here are the Eastern Conference standings in Next Pro. FC Cincy and Philadelphia Union tied atop the Eastern Conference. And there's a log jam down there for the final playoff spot. New York Red Bulls, Inter Miami 2, Orlando City, all in contention. You can see not separated by very much, going all up to 5th place. Still plenty to sort out in the Eastern Conference of MLS Next Pro. And now for the Western Conference, Houston Dynamo trying to make a run here. 6 points behind Sporting KC. They've got a couple other teams to jump, but a win tonight would go a huge way against a team they're chasing. LAFC 2, 3 points clear of Sporting KC, trying to give themselves a little bit more of a cushion against a struggling KC squad. So again, a lot on the line for both these teams tonight. Dynamo 2 hoping for a massive win at home. They sit 6 points out of a playoff spot. Let's get to tonight's starting 11s. First for Houston Dynamo 2, here's how they will line up. In front of Nico Hansen, Sargent, Medina, Makatuya and Odesu are on the back line with Rodriguez, Valverde, and Gonzalez in the midfield. Reed Siegel, who had a brace in the 4-0 victory against North Texas on the 21st, 1 week ago. And Di Morelli up top for Coach Bundy and Houston Dynamo 2. And for Junior Gonzalez, Nick Sullivan has been a welcome addition to the squad. Hernandez and Mueller join him up top. Darbo, Musto, and Terry in the middle. Jaime, Sanders, Rosales, and Wibowo in front of Thomas Hassal. First team keeper in goal for LAFC 2 and Junior Gonzalez. Just about ready for kick in Houston. Corbin May is our referee. Mark Novosel and Jonathan Smith are the assistant referees. And the 4th official is Jalen Gray. This is the close of a 3-game homestand tonight. Back-to-back wins over their in-state rivals. They've claimed 10 points from their last 4 games, and they've climbed themselves right back in to playoff contention in the Western Conference. Mentioned LAFC 2. They beat Tacoma Defiance at Lumen Field on the 20th. A 4-4 game. They won in penalties. They led 4-2 in the second half, but they were playing down a man for the final 50 minutes on the road. And they led 4-2 at one point. Conceded a goal late in added time, but were able to get that second point in stoppage time, and had a great conversation with Junior Gonzalez about that match and about how he feels about his team, and we'll get to that throughout tonight's broadcast. LAFC 2 squarely in a playoff spot. Houston chasing. And points that both teams would like to amass tonight on the line. So Houston in the orange, LAFC 2 in the white. Siegel will get us underway once Corbin May gives the okay. And we're underway in Houston. 3 massive points on the line. Coming down the stretch in the regular season. Jude Terry. A touch for Adrian Sanders. LAFC 2 switching up their formation for tonight. Playing a 3-5-2. Diaz, who got the red card last week, is out. Nielsen, another center back, is out. Junior Gonzalez telling me they're really trying to cater to the players they have available. So they've got Wibowo and Jaime on the wings of the midfield. Try a ton of crosses tonight against this Houston team. Houston, a dynamic team. They're fast, they're direct. Junior Gonzalez said, we're going to cross it a lot tonight, probably more than you've ever seen. And again, just trying to cater to the guys they have available tonight. You might think, well, switching up your formation on short notice like this, in the middle of a 2-game road trip, might be difficult, but Junior Gonzalez said, look, our principles are still the same, just a different setup. And a lot to build on from last week. Liked how physical they were against Tacoma. Defended their box well, down a man, of course, until the end when they conceded the equalizer in added time. This Dynamo 2 team has caught the eye. Well, a lot of the coaches in MLS Next Pro, the way they've turned into form here as of late. Back-to-back clean sheets. They won in penalties at LA Galaxy on the 5th. And to close out June, they went on the road and beat Minnesota 3-1. And that was after a 5-match stretch where they didn't win a match in regulation. So they've really turned it on here from the end of June now to the end of July. It's been a very good month for this Houston team, and they have caught the eyes of a lot around the league. Here comes the free kick into the box, defended well. Terry got ahead on it. Houston kept it alive. Now a chance from just outside the 18. Mateo Di Morelli is stopped by Thomas Hasal. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're back here from SaberCat Stadium in Houston. 1-0 to Houston on a goal by Gabriel Siegel. That's his third goal in 2 games. And now a free kick from distance just rolls wide. I think Hassal saw it a bit late. So corner kick here for Houston. They're coming off of back-to-back clean sheets here at home, trying to make it 3 in a row. And they've got a 1-0 lead on the goal by Siegel. This floats all the way through. It has to be chased down on that far end. Houston looking for more here before the end of the half. Mueller, Wibowo, now Jude Terry. Through the middle he comes. A win in penalties at Lumen Field in Seattle over Tacoma last week for LA. Played down a man for 50 minutes. They've changed up their formation for tonight, hoping to keep some of that magic going, but they find themselves down 1-0 here in the first half with 1 minute of added time to come. Jude Terry. Mueller. Could this be a chance for him? And it's cleared off his foot, and he will have a corner for LAFC. Mueller still not 100%. He's working his way back from injury. And you could just tell last week he wasn't fully himself. He's trying to get back into game shape. Very dynamic player, but just hasn't been able to show it quite yet. They go short on the corner, now whipped in. Cleared away by Houston. Terry gets there first, and then Houston able to clear again. Awaiting the final whistle here in the first half from Corbin May. The goal by Gabriel Siegel. Coming off of a brace in the 4-0 win over North Texas. 3 second-half goals for Houston in that game. So again, just waiting for Corbin May to go to his whistle for the completion of this first half. Houston hanging on to this 1-0 lead on the goal by Gabriel Siegel. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but glad that you've stuck with us and you're here on this Sunday evening as Houston is looking for more. Defended well, and LA able to clear. We get a whistle and a foul.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official of the sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum of 1 minute added time in the first half.
So now we go into a minute of added time.
lose the first
There
half
is the final whistle for the first half. Goal by Gabriel Siegel.
LAFC 2,
The only scoring in the half,
and your
Houston.
Dynamo 2-1.
Playing fantastic brand of soccer as of late. Unbeaten in the last month, and they have a 1-0 lead at the half. They're 3-2-0 at home this year when leading after 45 minutes. But coming up, we look back at an epic week in Columbus after the break.
Messi! De la pelota para que gane. Contact and a shot. Mamita querida, qué golazo! Magnifique frappe. Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta al frente. Servicio. El tiro. Con autoridad el centro. Con la izquierda en las afueras del área le pega, golazo. Amor al gol. Parte externa, va a definir Chicho.
Listen up, all eyes on me. I'll show you who you wanna be. Hey. Yeah, hey. Oh, wow. It's going down. You don't want the next day. It's the new thing. It's the new thing. It's the new thing.
Toda mi gente lo siente,
Toda mi gente lo siente.
toda mi gente lo siente, y
Toda mi gente lo siente.
toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente. Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon la mano en la cabeza, sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Welcome back to Houston. 1-0 Dynamo 2 leads LAFC at the half. It was an epic week in Columbus, Ohio, as some of the best stars in North America gathered for the annual MLS All-Star Week. Michelle Montaigne and Samara Perez were there, and they recapped goalie wars and the MLS Next All-Star match that featured several MLS Next Pro players.
What is going on here?
Has been crowned. That's it. He's done it. Congratulations, Chitoro Odonze.
We're back with another special episode of The Report, this time the 2024 Goalie Wars edition. I'm Michelle Montaigne, joining you from the great state of Ohio. All the biggest stars in MLS descended right here in Columbus for 2024 All-Star Week festivities. Things got kicked off with the 2024 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. And of course, Goalie Wars took center stage. Samara Perez and I were there for all of the action, and we're here to relive the excitement with you.
In the first semifinal, Crown Legacy FC's Chituro Udunze defeated John Antoine with the lone goal of the match in overtime. The second semifinal got up to a hot start with the home kid Stas Lopkas going up against the number 1 seed Michael Kolodi. The pair traded goals before the Texas keeper would go on to win it 4-2 and advance to the final round. In the championship round, Chituro edged out the number 1 seed Kolodi in a competitive championship round that featured 1 goal from the Crown Legacy FC man who would go on to lift the belt. We caught up with the champ who shared his excitement following the intense match.
No, it's great. It's always great to win stuff. So I'm happy to bring this belt back to Charlotte again. So yeah, I'm telling you, you guys don't understand. 90 seconds of diving and shooting is hard. I promise you. It's like CrossFit, I swear.
His teammate and 2023 Goalie Wars champion affectionately felt he had something to do with his teammate's victory.
You know what? He did his thing on the field. I'm going to take a little bit of credit, but he did his thing. He didn't concede a goal the whole time, and yeah, it was a great win. And I'm just happy he's coming back to Charlotte again, back to back. To be honest, he didn't need much prep. Like, he was focused, he was locked in, he had a good time with it. He's a great guy, and yeah, he went out and did his thing.
And in the end, it was the WWE superstars who spoke about how exciting it was to be at Goalie Wars.
It's a great crack, a lot of fun. It's all about right. It's all about everybody coming out here, having the time of their lives, getting to see the next generation of MLS talent come up. And you know, you see all the kids in here as well, probably the future generation of MLS players, hopefully. But this is great, so much fun. Me and Sonia had a chance earlier on to go and goal and try and take each other out, you know, in a friendly way.
Not easy at all. Very physical sport, very underrated. I know we're wrestlers and everything, but this is up there with the physicality level.
Come on!
So, for the second straight year, the belt remains in the Queen City. But here in Columbus, we're sticking with the Stars theme. As part of the MLS All-Star Week festivities, the 2024 MLS Next All-Star Game took place right here at historic Cruz Stadium, and our Samara Perez was here for all of the action. She recaps it with us here now.
The West jumped to an early lead in the first 15 minutes with back-to-back goals. The East was able to get one back at the 19th minute with New York City's Drew Baera scoring the equalizer to send both teams level into halftime. In the second half, a penalty would be called that would set up a Kevin Sullivan goal from the spot at the 77th minute, and just minutes later, he would dish out the assist to Cincinnati's Stefan Chirilla, who would seal the deal for the East. After the match, the MVP talked about his connection with Chirilla.
Yeah, so I played with him back in Philly a few years ago, so it was already there. The chemistry was already there. He hit it off the post to me. I drew the penalty and scored it, so I knew I had to get him back, and it was just a great celebration.
Stefan, you scored the game-winning goal. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
No, I'm super excited, especially that we won 4-2, good win. I'm just super excited, my first All-Star game, so I'm just really excited.
Hey guys, we're joined by Sean Zawatsky of Columbus Crew 2. Sean, we just witnessed the MLS Next All-Star Game. Tell us your impressions on the match and on these guys.
I mean, it's incredible to see the talent that these kids have at such a young age. It makes me think back to my days, and there's nowhere near this. So it's amazing to see, the incredible talent and the competitiveness amongst both teams.
For these guys, you know, they get to be a part of this game, and they're surrounded by the other best players within all of America and some Canada. So now they take their talents back to the next pro, and they keep on working, and then hopefully they get the opportunity.
Lower.com Field has witnessed both MLS Next Pro Cup championship crownings so far, with the Capybaras taking the crown right here on home turf in 2022, and then Austin FC2 winning it on the road on this field just 1 year ago. Now Verdos is looking forward to something new in the works. For our first ever MLS Next Pro Invitational between champion and campeón, you have Austin FC2 playing host to Liga de Expansión Campeones, Cancun FC. Past MLS Next Pro Invitationals have welcomed some of the most prestigious brands in football, like the EPL's Chelsea, Crystal Palace, and Wolves, and the Bundesliga's Hoffenheim. But in the first ever edition featuring MLS Next Pro and our southern neighbors, the Invitational will feature a new twist of pitting two champions against each other. The game will take place this Saturday from Palmer Field in Austin. You can watch it live on MLSNextPro.com at 9 o'clock Eastern. Just like the Invitational, MLS All-Star Week that took place right here at Lower.com Field gave players the chance to embrace international competition as they competed against their Mexican counterparts. Liga MX and MLS continue to try to grow the beautiful game right here in North America. And for our MLS Next Pro goalkeepers, it gave them the chance to experience an environment that only All-Star Week can bring. But as we shift back to MLS Next Pro regular season action, we know the competition is only going to heat up as teams look to cement their place in the playoffs. Until then, that does it from here in Columbus. I'm Michelle Montaigne saying so long from Lower.com Field.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
All right, MLS store, I need something fresh and clean. Let's see what you got. I need that in my size. I like this. Cream on cream. The fit is cold. I'm ice cream. You like that?
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Messi! La pelota para que quede. Contact and a shot goal. ¡Mamita querida, qué golazo! Magnifique frappe. Really sweet. Ahí está el centro. Gol. Para Maxi Mesa para pegarle. Maxi le pegó. Huerta al frente. Servicio. El tiro. Con autoridad el centro. A la izquierda en las afueras del área. Le pega. Golazo. Amor al gol. Parte externa. Va a definir Chicho.
Houston, welcome back. 1-0 to Dynamo 2 at the break. There you see the shots. Just 2 for Houston, and that's it. None for LAFC 2 in the first half. LA trying some new tactical strategy tonight, and so far Houston has handled it well. Not a very physical match from either side. No yellows issued in the first half. 1 corner apiece. And again, just the 2 shots on target for Houston. Gabriel Siegel has the goal for Dynamo 2 at the half. Coming up next, we'll bring you the second half between Houston and LA here in Match Week 20.
I'll show you who you wanna be. Yeah, hey. Oh, wow. It's going down. You don't want them this day. It's the new thing. It's the new thing. It's the new thing.
Welcome back to Houston, getting you ready for the second half between LA and Dynamo 2. Houston at home this season, 3-2-0 when leading at the half. But in matches decided by one goal, 0-3-0 at home, 1-5 on the season. Plenty left out there for LA, who's currently sitting in 6th place in the Western Conference. But a win by Houston tonight can pull them within 3 points of the final playoff spot behind Kansas City, who lost on Thursday at Timbers 2. So ground to make up for Houston, who's coming off of 2 consecutive clean sheets, a 2-0 win over Austin and a 4-0 win over North Texas, both here at home. And again, they have a chance to go unbeaten over 5 matches over the last month if they can hang on to this 1-0 win. Josh Appel with you. Thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday with us. Apologies for the technical difficulties in the first half. We are good to go here in half number 2. LA is making a sub to begin the second half. Jude Terry will exit, and Adrian Aguilar will replace him. LAFC 2 playing a 3-5-2 formation tonight just due to the available players they have and trying to counter Houston's style of play, jam-packing the middle. We'll see if LA continues to whip those crosses in this second half, something that Junior Gonzalez said that they were going to do plenty of tonight's match. Underway here in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for LAFC Dos. Entering the game, number 88. Exiting the game, number 56.
Foul here called against Houston, and so LA will get things started again. Sanders moves it for Christopher Jaime. One-touch pass. Here comes Sullivan, weaving back to his right, and it glances off the post. Still alive for LA, thrown out in front. Jaime again at the top of the 18. Chests it down. Jaime fires with the left foot, and Nico Hansen makes the save. Best opportunity of the night for LA. Let's take one more look. Sullivan got behind the defense, tried to weave it back, put it off the outside of the post, then thrown back in front. Jaime had a good look at it, and Hansen able to make the save. Sullivan, Junior Gonzalez telling me this week, a very good 1v1 player. Decided to forego another season at a D2 school. Cal State San Bernardino. His trial went well. They signed him. Now they're still working on the intricacies of the game with him, but he's goal dangerous. Anything in the box, he excels in. A raw player with good skills that they are excited about, and he has certainly made an impact in his first few appearances for Junior Gonzalez and LAFC 2. Not close to finding the equalizer here early in the second half for LA. First teamer Thomas Hassal in goal tonight for LAFC 2. Sanders. Darboe plays to the middle. Kept alive by Musto. Musto to the left. Here comes LAFC 2 in search of the equalizer. Towards the edge of the 18. Taken off the foot, then fired on and right at Nico Hansen. That was Sullivan again. Jaime tried to get there on the ball from Darboe, but unable to. And Hansen will handle it for Houston. LA coming off of a match. They scored 4 goals. For the 5th time in club history. Make that the 4th time in club history. Twice this season. They're tied for number 11 in the league in fewest goals allowed. And it seems like they're figuring it out at the right time. Although the 4 goals allowed against Tacoma was the most they've allowed in a single match. So they scored 4, conceded 4.
Probably Beamer and Reed is my guess.
Valverde gives it off to Sargent. Now reverses back to the middle. Sargent again. Kieran Sargent. For Diego Gonzalez, again played back. Jefferson Medina. The launches to the middle. Kept alive by Houston. Now to the outside. Dangerous spot. Looking for number 2. Into the middle. And cleared away. LA on the move. Battle for it along that far touchline, and a foul is called. Gabe Siegel, the only goal tonight. Scored a brace last week, a 4-0 win, and he has the only tally of the game here in Houston. Four minutes in the books from SaberCat Stadium. Race for it, won by Houston. Javier Hernandez was giving chase for LA, but it's the keeper Nico Hansen who sends it away. Houston controls. And then Jaime comes over to take it away. Pass intercepted. Dynamo 2. To the outside. Low cross. Chance for Houston. Never got a good shot on goal. Now coming up for the chance. On goal. And it deflects. It'll be a corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for your Houston Dynamo Dolls. Entering the game, number 70, Jordi Urbano Angulo. Number 10, Ifunayanchi Achara.
Achara comes on to replace Matteo Di Morelli for Houston Dynamo 2, and Jordi Angulo comes on for Isaiah Reed before this corner for Houston. LA on the move.
I bet you had a good view of the one that hit off the post, huh? Did it look like it was going in? Like, what was the spin on the ball?
I thought it might spin the other way, but I didn't think it was going in.
I thought it was going to, like, bend in, you know?
By your Houston Dynamo Dolls. Number 8, Gabriel North Segal.
Second straight game with a brace for Siegel.
was a good goal, huh?
So Siegel has a brace for the second consecutive game. And Houston now has opened up their advantage to 2-0. So LA also made another substitution. Here's the announcement now.
Entering the game number 35. Exiting the game number 55.
So if you're wondering what those numbers mean, David Soto replaces Dajung Darbo here in the second half as LA finds themselves down 2-0 on the second consecutive brace from Gabe Siegel.
A yellow card caution has been issued by the referee to the LAFC Dos, number 91.
And Luis Mueller had just picked up a yellow. Siegel, a DC native. 9 appearances with the first team. And now 4 goals in the last 2 games for him here for Dynamo 2 as they make their push for the postseason. And a foul and a free kick coming for LA. One quick one, and LA can get right back in it as Jaime pops it into the area. Header popping around up there. Wibowo. Back for Jaime. And that did not go as intended, but kept alive. '63rd minute. Sargent leaves to the outside. Cross comes in, out in front, through everybody. Could have been number 3 for Houston. Instead, it's a goal kick. It's a good cross and a good ball into the box, just unable to handle it. Could have been potentially a hat trick.
getting bitten
I
still.
didn't notice it. I probably have to keep like fights. I just didn't realize. I haven't noticed it. Maybe if you got better blood, but all over you.
Yeah, apparently.
So a throw in here for Houston. In the 65th minute.
Keep that to yourself. Don't be sharing that, but so kind of going through that right now. You'll hopefully not have to deal with that. We hadn't up until this year, but it's pretty brutal.
So not a throw-in, but a free kick coming. Into the box it goes, but right into the hands of Thomas Hasal.
Basically, one was, when was it, February? Yeah. And then this last one was July. She's struggling a bit, but he timed that pretty well.
Out in front, popped into the middle, and a great defensive play, and you can see the frustration starting to mount from LA. Houston trying for more. Sanders handled it well. The youngster finds Rosales. Jaime. Rosales.
Isaac has been torched out there.
Somehow dealing with it, but yeah, you need a more gray, I think, with the
Goes out for the throw-in for LA. So Sebastian Rodriguez for Houston picks up a yellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. A yellow card caution has been issued by the referee to the Houston Dynamo, those number 19, in the minute 66.
Sullivan. Sargent working on him. As Houston tries for its third consecutive clean sheet at home, they've outscored their opponent 6-0 in the previous two games. 8-0 to this point with a little over 20 minutes to play. Been a spectacular homestand for Dynamo 2 as they try and climb back into a playoff spot in the Western Conference. Unbeaten over the last month. Jaime, long range shot blocked. Rosales steps in front of it. Jaime turns up. Jaime just sent it high.
Did just enough there, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for LAFC Dos. Entering the game, number 66. Exiting the game, number 36. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for your Houston Dynamo Dos. Entering the game, number 33, Omar Balanos. Exiting the game, number 19, Sebastián Rodriguez.
So Bolanos checks in for Rodriguez here in the 71st minute. 2-0 to Houston on the 2 goals by Siegel. Second straight game with a brace.
Who did he come in for? Bolaños? Seba. Seba wasn't great. Who's in?
Houston on the move looking for more. Good defensive play, but kept alive. And a whistle. Corbin May, the referee, coming over. And a yellow card shown.
A yellow card caution has been issued by the referee to the Houston Dynamo on number 70. In the minute 70.
Here's another look at the yellow. Bolanos plays it back. Long ball down the middle. Race for it into the corner.
Moving well,
Houston has it. Into the middle, but Sanders, Johnny on the spot to handle it and send it away. Jaime's had a couple of chances this half. Now Sullivan, long range, left foot, off target. Jefferson Medina will exit for Houston. Omar Gray will enter for him. Final push here, 74th minute. 2 goals by Gabe Siegel. Second straight game with a brace.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for your Houston Dynamo Dos. Entering the game, number 8 and number 37. Exiting the game, number 16 and number 5. correction. Entering the game, number 36.
Kenny Bundy's got to be very happy with the performance of his team tonight. "15 minutes away from a third consecutive clean sheet at home. And a trip up the standings. 3 points out of the final playoff spot if they can hang on. No whistle as Jaime went down. Sargent. Now Angulo to the far side. Can LA try and mount a comeback? They've had a couple chances here in the second half. Sullivan to the outside. An arrow after it. And Houston defends it well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Substitution for LAFC Dos. Entering the game, number 47. Exiting the game, number 91.
Handled well by LA. Now they lose it. Little friendly fire there in the middle from Houston. And a goal kick coming for Hassal. Trying to get to it in the corner, but it rolls out.
Nice, good for him. So we got the under 15 job?
Couple players go down.
What is everyone saying about like the movement right now? I'm interested as to like what's Kenny just like temporarily. Staff, yeah, mainly. I think they're all playing.
He hasn't really said. Ryan's kind of texting me some
81st minute. Seagulls brace, still standing tall as the difference. One quick one here from LA. Could make this a high pressure final 10 minutes from Houston. They've had a couple chances in this half. Sullivan hit the post. Jaime came very close as well. Just missed opportunities here in the second half for LA. Houston trying to move their clean sheet streak to 3 games. 2-0 and 4-0 the last 2 here at home. Valverde. Now Mwatakuya. Sargent for Houston. The cross. And contact made with the keeper, Hassal, but he's able to corral it.
How did I get lumped into that?
LA needs one, and they need one fast to give themselves a chance. Here's Jaime. To the right side, a lot of space for Sullivan. Here comes Nick Sullivan. Sullivan chips it. Sullivan scores. Don't go anywhere yet. LAFC right back in it. Just as we completed 82 minutes, Sullivan on the right side left alone. Hansen came out to challenge him, and a beautiful chip by Sullivan. One of those 1v1 chances. He comes through. So the clean sheet streak is over for Houston. Sullivan with a cheeky goal. And LA has life.
Great finish though, fuck me. I don't think he could have put it anywhere else.
Goal scored by number 39 of LAFC Dos at the minute 81.
Houston trying to answer quickly. Sanders, a nice slide tackle, takes it away. Sullivan again. 84th minute, Jaime. LA trying to knot things up. Goal in the 83rd minute, making the 82nd minute by Sullivan. He had a couple of goal contributions against Tacoma as well. Like Javier Hernandez went down, grasping that left ankle. Play continues. Play continues again. Hernandez tried to find Jaime, but the pass was deflected and taken away. Houston trying to get some insurance here late. And again, well defended by LA. Sargent up top for Valverde. Now it's Matacuya. Valverde has it again, 85th minute. Can LA find the equalizer? Sullivan gave them life just a few moments ago. Player down for Houston. Play continues. Long toss to the near side. Comes down to Rosales. The goal scorer, Sullivan. He's hit a post and he's scored in the second half. Sanders. All things considered, LA in this 3-5-2 they're playing tonight. Played all right. Sometimes you just can't defend class on the other side. That second goal, especially from Siegel, was wonderful. Here comes Jaime for Sullivan. Now Rosales. He goes down. No foul. Corbin May says no. Physicality wins out. 87th minute. Time running out for LA. And as it stands right now, I can't imagine we'll have that much stoppage time. We had 1 minute in the first half. We haven't had many stoppages here in the second. So I'd imagine we'll see something similar to that, barring something that happens in these final 3.5 minutes. LA searching for the equalizer. Moyado, who came on as a sub for Mosto. Jaime. Houston defended well in tight quarters. Deflects off of Rosales to throw in for Houston. Time running out. Houston hanging on to it. Angulo to the outside, Valverde. In no hurry. Sargent. Diego Gonzalez. Now Sargent again. Room in the middle. Chance. Whistles high. This is Iannero. In the 90th minute, Iannero up top. Shot never got through. To the outside. Cross, back post, Iannero there, and a corner coming. Big chance on a corner here for LA. And it's handled easily. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Can LA find some more magic? And take more of a stranglehold in the Western Conference standings? Or will Houston move within 3 points? Oh, well defended by the back line of Dynamo 2. Javier Hernandez was making a run, and it was played incredibly well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes added to the second half of the game.
Another yellow coming. The official's like, nope, move it back a few. Corbin May. Jaime. His through ball was blocked. Jaime whips it in over everybody. Awaiting the final whistle here in Houston. Dynamo 2, moments away from a huge 3 points. Just awaiting the final whistle from Corbin May. Does LAFC 2 have one more push in them? Or will Houston hang on? Up next for Houston, they go on the road to Colorado on August 3rd. And for LAFC 2, they're home against Real Monarchs on August 4th. Iannero Sullivan goes down. He wants a penalty. And will not get it. Or will he? And yes, it is a penalty. So a big chance here in added time for LAFC 2 to force penalties. What a turn of events. So Ianero came on as a second half sub. Will step to the spot for LAFC 2 after Sullivan drew the penalty. Corbin May pointed to the spot. Here we go. Ianero against Hansen to equalize late. LAFC was down 2-0 in the 82nd minute. Ianero approaches, and the stop made. Second chance handled as well. Nico Hansen comes up huge and essentially wins it for Dynamo 2. Wow. And there's the final whistle. You want to see goals at the death? How about a PK save at the death for Dynamo 2? And Houston with a massive 3 points. They win it 2-1 and have pulled within 3 points of the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. Unbeaten for a month. Siegel's brace holds up. And it's no doubt he is our man of the match. 2 straight games for Gabe Siegel with a brace. Here was his second goal, an absolute beauty. From about 25, upper right, a laser beam. And he is our man of the match, presented by Adidas. That'll do it for us here from Houston. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Appel. Once again, our final score, Houston 2, LA 1. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.